Rudy Giuliani also criticized Stormy Daniels. That's the porn star who claimed she had an affair with President Trump. He said First Lady Melania Trump believes her husband.
She believes in her husband. She knows it's untrue. I don't even think there's a slight suspicion that it's true when you, when you look at Stormy Daniels. I know Donald Trump, and look at his 3 wives, right? Beautiful women, classy women, women of great substance. Stormy Daniels. So I respect all human beings. I even have to respect, criminals. But I'm sorry, I don't respect a porn star the way I respect a career woman or a woman of substance or a woman who has great respect for herself as a woman and as a person and isn't going to sell her body for sexual exploitation. So, Stormy, you want to bring a case? Let me cross-examine you.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that, you misogynistic fool. Are you kidding me? Just look at Stormy Daniels. Just look at yourself. Are you kidding me? In this moment where we are in history with women, you are going to tell us to just look at her? Are you out of your mind? You know what? That's your only excuse. And I feel really sorry for you. That is the most... He was incredibly degrading. On top of the fact that you are hurting the president's case on so many levels, so good on you. Keep going, Rudy. I'm absolutely sickened by what I just saw.
It's so disgusting, but this is how Trump talks about women also. During the campaign, when he was accused of various allegations, Trump would come back and say at rallies, she's not attractive enough.
Stormy Daniels, and he laughs derisively.
Between Trump and
Are you kidding me? No, let me tell you something. Stormy Daniels could indeed bring down this president. So I hope you all just look at her. Just look at Stormy Daniels and just look at everything she has to say and just look at all the evidence she just might have. Good job, Rudy Giuliani. You have just emboldened Stormy Daniels and potentially any other woman who may have evidence against this president. I'm going to bank on the fact, and that's the man, by the way, who just made those comments. That's Rudy Giuliani in Israel waving his napkin at a bunch of women dancing around him. So I'm going to just look at that and tell you to wait. You just wait for the women who are pissed off at this president for the way they treated them, who maybe didn't want to speak out about the way he treated them, or about what happened between them, or about perhaps the things that happened between them while he was married to Melania Trump. You just wait. Because right now, after you said that, Rudy Giuliani, I bet they might want to step forward. I bet they might want to think, you know what, just look at me. Just look at me. Good luck with your case.
Mika, that's what happened when Donald Trump attacked the looks of his accusers, more accusers came out. So I agree with you. I think this is exactly what Rudy's encouraging.
She's a mother, and she's a woman with a voice. And she's going to use it. I hope she does. I'm waiting. Joe.
Yeah, John Heilman. Michael Avenatti well. It's interesting that Donald Trump has attacked absolutely everybody, it seems, in the public that we know, every major figure, every Republican, Democrat, it seems, that comes across his path, except Stormy Daniels and Michael Avenatti. And it seems to me that there's not any question that there's never been a denial that Donald Trump had a relationship with Stormy Daniels. And here you have Rudy Giuliani making that case, which Donald Trump obviously is concerned about, so much more difficult, passing himself off as, Donald Trump's lawyer. There's another defamation lawsuit against Donald Trump from a guy that, from everything I can tell, seems to be one or two guitarists short of Molly Hatchet. I mean, he's not all there.
Right. Well,
it's a reference.
I mean, yes. I mean, first of all, just if you focus on the element that you're focused on, Joe, you don't need to do much to embolden Michael Avenatti and Stormy Daniels. They're pretty heavily emboldened already. But this will fuel their aggression in the legal realm. And as we've all noted, whatever you think about the merits of the Stormy Daniels case, or if you think about Michael Avenatti's tactics, they have certainly been effective and have certainly seemed to have unnerved the president, have silenced the president, have been effective in almost every respect. And then you've got this is an interesting parallel, I think, in one respect to the previous thing we were just talking about with Rudy, where he's interjecting himself in the realm of foreign policy to the dismay, I'm sure, of Mike Pompeo. At the same time, the president has a very serious lawyer named Charles Harder, who works out in Los Angeles, who's handling the Stormy Daniels case. And that lawyer, I'm sure, feels a little bit like Mike Pompeo right now, which is to say, Rudy, you're not making my job any easier. My job is to deal with this matter and handle this in a serious way for the president because of the stakes of it. And Rudy Giuliani is not just enraging women across the country, but also making the job of President Trump's actual lawyer on this actual case with respect to Stormy Daniels that much harder.
So, Sam, I guess this raises the question, too. If it's so preposterous that Donald Trump would have slept with Stormy Daniels, why did his personal attorney pay her $130,000?
And why did Donald Trump reimburse, as Rudy Giuliani has acknowledged, why did he reimburse?
I mean, at this point, it's like we're putting up a facade that he didn't sleep with her. Of course, of course, it seems they had a relationship. But for me, Rudy is thrice married. Trump is 3 times married. These guys are more preening about a porn star. I think they should probably find a little bit stronger ethical ground to stand on. And the idea, and I don't want to be so crass, but just look at her. I mean, she is probably one of the most successful porn stars in recent history. A lot of people have just looked at her, honestly. And, you can question her career choices, but I think she's made a successful career for herself, and she's made her own choices, and good for her. But there's no ethical strong ground for Rudy to stand on to make this case. He is not someone who has lived a virtuous life by the definitions that he's applying to her.